What is up, Bruins fans, and welcome back to Locked On Boston Bruins. I'm your host, Ian McLaren, and today on the podcast, I'm going to be joined by my good friend, Mer Zylberberg, for This Week in Hockey, and bring you up to speed on the latest from our Boston Bruins. Thank you so much for making this your first listen of the day. Thank you to those who have watched and subscribed on YouTube so far. And I'm excited for today's show. So let's get into it.
You're Locked On Bruins, your daily podcast on the Boston Bruins. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, it worked. Mer has joined the podcast with our fancy graphics. You can see both of our Twitter handles there. I think I spelled your last name correctly.
I hope so. Yeah, you did.
And how's it going today, Mer?
It's going. It's Friday, you know. I'm going to start singing that song now. My kids love it. I shouldn't. No, I won't. Stop.
Thank you for being the first video YouTube guest on the podcast.
Wait, and first one?
Yeah, I just started recording yesterday for
I wasn't nervous before, but now I am.
So you're the guinea pig for this guest situation.
Great.
And we are like what is it? When does the season even start? Tuesday? Wednesday?
Yeah, soon.
Crazy.
Yeah. Soon. We're almost back in hockey.
Are you getting more into hockey mode?
I'm getting a little more into it. I'm trying to hype myself up back into hockey mode, putting on my Leafs sweatshirt or whatever every time there's a preseason game, and then like half watching the actual preseason game because they're preseason games and who cares. Little concerned that Jack Campbell is not the Jack Campbell of last season yet. Mm-hmm. So see how that goes. But yes,
I have Peter Mrazek in one of my keeper leagues, so I wouldn't be too mad if Jack Campbell faltered again this season. Okay. Not again.
He was pretty good. I mean, I'm liking Peter Mrazek too, but I feel like now that I know you have him in your keeper league, we've just jinxed everything, so that's great.
That will help. So yeah, we have some preseason games tonight. A bunch tomorrow. The Bruins are done with the preseason, but then the regular season starts on Tuesday. I didn't realize it was that soon. That's insane.
Yeah, it's soon.
It's annoying because it starts on Tuesday. There's a couple of games, but the Bruins don't play till next Saturday, which is very annoying.
Oh, that's so annoying.
I know.
So, like, when is their last preseason game?
They're already done. They have 9 full days. They finished the preseason.
Oh, that's not good.
Wednesday. Now they don't play again until next Saturday. 9 full days off.
That's never good.
I know. That's very annoying.
That's just never good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Leafs play tomorrow, and then their opening game is Wednesday. So it's 4 days, which is they have a back-to-back to start.
The Canadians, Montreal, I would imagine.
Always start the season and end the season versus Montreal.
Yeah. Speaking of Montreal, great segue, Mer.
Yeah.
We should talk about,
that was planned.
First of all, for those who are new to the podcast, who are not familiar with how things work around here, every other Friday, Mer jumps on the podcast and we discuss kind of the latest in hockey. It's formerly called This Week in Hockey. And we kind of take a big picture look at
stuff
what's going on around the NHL. As you can already tell, Mer is a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, which
I am a much beleaguered Toronto Maple Leafs fan.
It was like one strike against her coming on the podcast, but
excuse me, he is rewriting history. That's the remix. Ian begged me to come on the podcast.
Oh, please, begged. Get serious. Actually, if you go back,
This Week in Hockey is actually just Mer making fun of Ian for like 45 minutes every Friday. It's fine.
If you go back in the archives, there is an episode where Mer interviews me, which was
oh my god, we should do that again.
We should.
That was so fun.
Maybe next time.
Yeah, or soon. Like yeah.
Oh yeah, it could be a bonus in the middle of the week.
Oh my god, I enjoyed that. You were like my first interview. Now I'm like a podcast maven. I'm all over the place. Not to toot my own horn. Why
Mer
not? I'm good at it.
Mer interviewed Mike Comito for the Leafs
I
Nation.
did. I interviewed him, but I wrote it out. It wasn't it wasn't a podcast chat like yours.
He was on the podcast a couple of days ago. It was a great chat for sure. Now, sorry, just to go back to
the segue that we moved away
that
from.
didn't lead anywhere. The Montreal Canadiens, Carey Price announced, or I guess it was announced. He didn't announce it directly, but that he is taking a voluntary leave and entering the league's player assistance program.
Yeah.
Which,
and his wife posted about it as well.
Right. That's right. She posted, his wife, Angela, shared a message on Instagram. I actually have it here. I'll just read a part of it. Yeah. She said, part of the privilege of being in the position our family is in is that we also get a public platform to show how there is and can be a path to light for anyone who is struggling. No matter what's on the line, we hope we can communicate the importance of putting your mental health first, not just by saying it, but by showing it and doing the work to get better. Carey's showing up for himself and our family and making the absolute best decision possible for us. It's something that you and I have talked about in the past with respect to Tuukka Rask, Jonathan Drouin. Like, there's a lot of speculation as to what the leave is for, but that's not our business, obviously. And the main thing is if
at some point Carey Price cares to share what the leave was for, then he'll share what the leave was for.
Exactly.
But
same with Jonathan Drouin. He was open about it after the fact. And
we know that Bobby Ryan made use of the player assistance program. More and more players seem to be doing so publicly. It is, we don't know who did so quietly and without, any fanfare in the past. I would wager that more players are using the program now, and definitely more players are doing so openly now, which is wonderful and amazing because
definitely.
I'm not speculating about what Carey Price is going through, but a professional athlete deals with so many mental health challenges, stress, anxiety, depression, all of that, but also coming back from rehabbing an injury, there is definitely, the possibility of or likelihood of some sort of chemical dependency when you've been on pain medication for so long. These are all valid and real, and players are people. And I think it's great that they are being open about going through the program and getting the help they need. And
absolutely,
I hope he gets what he needs and he comes back stronger. And that's all there really is to say on it. There's no reason to say more than that, but good for him for, just like his wife said, for showing up for himself, for his family, for his team, because when you're not at your best, especially as a goalie, you're not going to be the best player you can be either.
Totally. That kind of ties into, it was a story like last weekend, earlier this week, but Robin Leonard made waves by tweeting about, some of the stuff you just mentioned, like the dependency on sleeping pills or pain medication. And that led to him having a discussion with the NHL. Who knows what will come of it, because the NHL is somewhat useless when it comes to following up on issues. I know Akeem Aluhi tweeted about how it's been 2 years since he met with them about racism in hockey, and nothing came of it. So kind of typical NHL there. But it all ties into exactly what you said. Athletes are human beings. They have families, they have struggles, and that's the main thing, is getting healthy and getting to a place physically and mentally where you're the best person you can be in any given moment.
I don't know how much teams do this. I know the Maple Leafs organization has talked about that they have someone on staff available, but I honestly think that the league should be moving into a direction where there's sports psychologists on every team's staff that players are required to meet with regularly. Quite honestly, I think there should be, because what you said is very true. Players are people and they go through all the same struggles, but I would say that it can often be compounded when your job is high stress like this, and there's a lot of pressure, and there's a lot of pressure on you to physically perform, and a lot of pressure in the media, especially in the bigger markets. Montreal is one of them. I think that mental health needs to be their teams have full staff at their disposal for their physical health and physical therapists. They need the same amount of attention paid to their mental health, especially in today's climate.
100%. Now, before we move on, I am needing to talk about Get Upside. Have you heard of Get Upside, Mer?
I have not. What is Get Upside?
Well, let me tell you. Get Upside is a free app that gives you the opportunity to make up to 25 cents for every gallon of gas you put in your vehicle. All you need to do is download the free Get Upside app. It's in the App Store or Google Play. Use promo code hockey, and you can get a bonus 25 cents per gallon on your first fill up. That's up to 50 cents per gallon cash back on your first fill up, 25 cents subsequent fill ups. So you don't have to pay full price at the pump anymore. You can get cash back using Upside. Again, download the app, use promo code hockey to get 50 cents per gallon cash back on your first tank. Some people who drive a lot are making, a couple $100 a month in cash back, and there's no catch. It gets added right to your account. You can cash out anytime to your bank account, PayPal, or through Amazon or other brands' gift cards. So just, download the Get Upside app, use promo code hockey, and get started with that today. I also want to thank everybody for making Locked On Boston Bruins your first listen of the day. It's exciting to see the numbers of listens and downloads going up now that the season's getting closer, and I really do appreciate that. So please do subscribe if you haven't already on your favorite podcast app. Subscribe on YouTube, and if you could rate and review, that would also be very much appreciated.
So now this goes to YouTube and people can watch us, but it also still goes to the podcast apps and they can listen to us.
Exactly. Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we're just hitting all the platforms.
Clearly.
It's very exciting. And people can get a sneak peek into my living room.
Yeah.
We got a new electric fireplace.
I did see that. Yep, I did.
And it's been incorporated into one of our bookshelves.
Lovely.
And my wife is actually at IKEA right now to get another one, the
color coordinated bookshelf.
That's right. Yes. So now we'll have 3 Billy bookcases from IKEA in our living room.
I have many Billy bookcases in my house as well.
Free plug for IKEA.
Yeah, there you go. Not that they need it. Anyway.
So what else is going on? It looks like, first of all, there's some Olympic announcements that are coming out. It's kind of weird because there's like 3 players per country that have been
selected ahead of. Yeah. I don't know. I guess they start with the most obvious ones, right?
Well, you'd think so, but Team USA kind of wasn't. Obviously, there Austin Matthews. That's an obvious one.
Yes.
Then they picked Patrick Kane. Yeah, he's like a face. I'd call him a heel, but he's a face. And then they picked Seth Jones, who
that's true.
Not the obvious choice.
That's not super obvious. I am just fairly shocked myself that Zach Hyman has not yet been announced for Team Canada.
Oh God, come on. It should be noted that Stan Bowman, amid all the Blackhawks scandal stuff that we've talked about, he is the general manager for Team USA. Patrick Kane and Seth Jones are both Chicago Blackhawks, and they're both 2 of the 3 players. I would have gone with, I don't know, the Norris Trophy. Norris Trophy winner in Adam Fox or Long Island native Charlie McAvoy.
Yeah.
There was one Bruin among
the whole team, so.
There was one Bruin among the 3 selected for the Czech Republic, David Pastrnak.
Okay. That makes sense.
I would expect McAvoy will be on Team USA.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of players to be announced.
Yeah. Marchand and Bergeron will be on Team Canada.
Team Canada, I'm sure.
Mitch Marner probably on Team Canada.
Yep. Zach Hyman.
They'd have tended in the past to do like Chris Kunitz was on Team Canada because of his chemistry with Sidney Crosby. So if he and McDavid.
Oh, well, that's fair.
Have a bit of a bromance going on.
Maybe. I mean, okay. Well, it's true because Leon Draisaitl can't play for Team Canada. So.
No, he was named to the German team.
Yes, I'm sure. That's not surprising.
No, not at all. Now, one guy who probably won't be on the American team because he is not yet surgically repaired is Jack Eichel. We've talked about him so much. There is some movement when it comes to him. Apparently, they're disclosing his medical records finally. The Sabres are willing to attach conditions to a potential deal. So that seems to be opening.
So do you think he can't play right now, right? He's not playing anyways.
I think Pierre LeBrun said this morning it would be at least 4 months.
Okay.
If he were to have it today.
But so is he starting? So he's starting the season on long-term injured reserve anyways, but he's starting the season as a Sabre. Do you think?
I mean, I don't know. We got season starts on Tuesday, so probably. It's possible something could happen over the weekend.
Yeah.
It seems like teams are.
Do you think he's ending the season as a Sabre?
No. I don't think so.
No.
I think his first. I'm really starting to lean towards the Ducks.
The Ducks, okay.
I could see I talked about that was Mike Comito the other day because he writes for the Kings.
Yeah.
I can see them now because Quentin Byfield was injured the other day and he was penciled in to be but then they already have Kopitar and Deneau as 1-2. So I don't know. I could see them being in the mix too. I would love the Bruins to get in there, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Right. I mean,
but it seems as though something is going to happen pretty soon.
Okay.
Speaking of predictions, this will probably be the last time we chat before the season starts.
Yes.
Have you thought any about who's going to win the Stanley Cup this year?
No, I have not. Nope. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible podcast guest today, but the answer is no. I have not.
Jeez.
I'm trying to do this new thing where I go into the season with all my expectations just
all or nothing. Oh,
just nothing. Yeah. No, just nothing. I don't want the season, and it makes me tense and I get whatever. And I'm super hyper focused and I have all these thoughts and I just want to watch the hockey unfold.
That's fair.
I just want to watch the hockey unfold. I have no predictions. I think the Avs are going to make it to the final round. Anyways,
that's that's my ultimate prediction is that.
But that's all I got for you. I make no predictions about the Eastern Conference. I don't want to know. I don't want to think about it. It's just is what it is. And it's much less stressful that way.
That's fair. I haven't really, predictions are dumb because the way I look at it is there's the outlook at the beginning of the season, but so much changes throughout the season.
Right.
There's the trade deadline. Teams will look a lot different then than they do now. So it's you can predict what is maybe going to happen, what's most likely to happen, but it never happens the way that everybody thinks it will. Anyways, even going into the playoffs, people make predictions at the beginning of the first round, and then there's always surprises and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I guess that was a useless topic to bring up then.
Well, what about you?
Well, I think I haven't thought about it too much, to be honest. I do think the Avs are the favorites to win the cup. Beyond that, I don't know. The Lightning, you can't discount them as two-time defending champs, but they've had some changes over the offseason. I think the Atlantic is going to be just insane. There's 4 teams that are very good, and only one of them, those 4 teams, Tampa, Florida, Toronto, Boston, could easily be top 10 in the NHL, and only one of them will make the final round. Right. I wish the NHL would go back to the 1-8. I've mentioned that.
Yes. Yeah. No.
Many times on the podcast.
Yeah. Last season almost felt more equitable in the way that
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. In some ways, yeah.
In some ways.
I'm glad it's back to the regular divisions at least.
Yeah. Anyways, but we'll see. Oh yeah, we're gonna play this. Is this the first season that we've been friends that we're going to play each other?
I guess
think it might be.
well,
I think it might be.
yeah, I guess so.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is going to be fun.
Because the playoffs were still going.
Yeah.
A lot, or yeah, I think they were.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, that should be fun. That'll be very fun.
Our WhatsApp chats are there's gonna be a
When
lot of
do the-
screenshots on Twitter.
When do the Bruins and Leafs first play?
Oh God.
November 6th.
Okay, we've got some
Looks
time.
Got some time.
Do you think our friendship is gonna survive this, Ian?
I mean, I think so.
Okay. But you're not fully confident.
Maybe we'll see what happens in the playoffs if they meet in the playoffs. But I have family that are Leafs fans, and we still
Coexist.
Like my brother-in-law in the 2013 game when it was when it was 4-1.
Okay, thank you.
I texted him congratulations.
Oh well, this is the shit. Sorry, language.
We're
this
still
is
tight.
The
We're
stuff
still
you
close.
pull.
So
you jinx things. You did this to me too, where you're like, oh, remember that game against Ottawa, and you're like, they're playing Ottawa. There's no way they can lose, and then they like lost terribly. Oh God, you're the worst.
That was fun.
Yeah, and then I didn't talk to you for like 3 days.
True, that is true.
Anyways.
Now, Mer, it's time for us to talk about Built Bar for a moment.
Is it really?
And when...
Hey, Built Bar, if you're listening, I want to be a Built ambassador.
Built ambassador. When you talk to a Built Bar fan, they are passionate about their faves, and Mer is definitely passionate about her fave, which is...
Cherry Barcia.
What would be number 2?
Salted caramel.
Number 3?
Mint.
Do you have
mint? The mint chocolate.
Mint brownie?
Yeah, mint brownie, whatever it is. Those are the 3 that are in my house right now.
Very nice. If you haven't tried all the flavors, you can get a mixed box. Do you get a mixed box or do you get individual boxes?
No, I get mixed boxes. I get 2 mixed boxes so that I have like extra of everything.
Very nice. Very nice. Now, they are delicious, but they're also healthy for you and can be tailored to your dietary needs as well. I know you have nut allergies in your house. I've
nut-free,
got a gluten allergy.
Bars.
So there's gluten-free ones. They're also pretty healthy for you. 17 to 18 grams of protein, low calories, low sugar,
calories are low,
net carbs, all great tasting, all healthy, and really a great snack to get through the day. I even have them for lunch sometimes.
I have them every day as like my afternoon pick-me-up. I also have them. I ride my Peloton regularly, and on long ride days, I will have a Built Bar either before or after, or on really long rides during my ride.
Oh, wow.
Like a dash of protein.
Look at this.
There.
So right now, people can go to built.com and use promo code
Locked15. I know it off by heart.
And people can get 15% off their order.
I need to just tell everyone that last night when Ian and I were prepping for the pod, I had a story up on Instagram about how I wanted to be a Built ambassador because I love those bars. And so he sends me a message and he's like, you can do the Built Bar promo, but you have to hit all the points. And I was like, oh, I'll hit the points. I know the points. And I really do. There's no notes. This is all off the cuff. I use Locked15 every time I order. None of this is scripted. Well, Ian might be scripted. I'm never scripted.
A little bit. Perfect. Well, thanks, Mer, for helping with that.
I should go on every Locked On podcast and do the Built Bar promo.
I also have to talk for a second about BetOnline, the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports. It's the number 1 spot for college and pro football. They have a new updated site and interface, even more odds, props, and contests. And people can head to the website by getting on your computer, using your mobile device, sign up for a free account, and receive a 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit by using promo code LOCKEDON. BetOnline, the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports, from football, basketball, hockey, baseball. Use promo code LOCKEDON to receive that 50% welcome bonus. All right, Mer, what else?
Whoa.
What else is there to talk about? Ted Lasso
Um,
season finale.
I haven't
dropped.
watched. No,
No,
I have
I haven't
not
even
watched
watched
the
last
season
week's.
finale.
I haven't watched last week, so
I am scared about the. Oh, you haven't watched last week's? I can't.
no.
We can't talk about Ted Lasso because I'll spoil it for you. We can't
I
talk
kind of
about
have
it.
some idea. Are they trying to make Nate like the villain, new
Yeah,
villain?
no,
or
that
something?
sure, fine. That storyline's fun, but I'm like, what's going to happen with Roy and Keeley? Because did you watch the one where Jamie confessed his love to Keeley, right?
Yes, I seen
At the
that. That was the
funeral.
last one I saw.
So,
Yeah.
so in last week's
Keeley.
episode,
I try to say it like he does.
Keeley tells Roy about that.
Yo,
and
I
the
haven't
episode,
watched one yet.
I know, but whatever. Too bad.
Jeez.
And they like don't resolve it. So now I'm waiting for tonight. Which is that a child or Lauren?
That's my oldest wants to make some homemade lemonade.
Oh, why is he still okay?
I try to say it like Jamie says it. Kayla. Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm like nervous for the season finale.
Oh,
I love
they're
that
not
show so
gonna-
much.
She's gonna pick Roy. She better, anyways.
I know, right? Like I'm invested. Anyways, I'm watching a show you like, Only Murders in the Building.
Yes, I mentioned.
But
that a
we've
couple
only
times.
watched 3. We had a busy week and didn't get to watch more. But I'm really enjoying it. It's cute.
I'm all caught up on that too.
I'm not, so I have to catch up on Only Murders.
We're even
in the
watching that
Building
on Disney Plus.
on Hulu.
Oh, it's on Disney Plus up here too.
It's on Hulu.
As is Reservation Dogs is another show that I've really been enjoying.
I will look at that
It's
one.
by what's his name? Taika Waititi. He's
Oh
part of
yeah,
it.
okay, yeah.
And
I
there's some
tried to
good
watch.
Canadian actors on there too.
I tried to watch Sex Life, which I know Lauren watched, right?
Oh yes.
And I stopped after 3
You
episodes.
gave up
I was
on
like,
it
this is making me lose brain cells. I'm so sorry for everyone who might have liked that show. I couldn't anymore.
We've been going through Schitt's Creek as well. It's
good.
Lauren's first time watching it.
Oh my God, I shall ask her about it.
Yeah, it's very entertaining.
That's what I'm watching these days.
Very cool. Yeah. I guess that's pretty much it. Any weekend plans, Mer?
We have a birthday party. We are starting renovations on our bathroom early next week.
Nice.
So getting ready for that. That's really it.
It's Canadian Thanksgiving, so we're hoping to gather with family outdoors, but it's supposed to rain, I think, last I checked.
Well, I hope you can. That'll be nice.
But that should still be fun. You can still be indoors up to 25 people. So
okay, and just be careful.
Should be all right. And what else? Oh, I do have one kid has hockey tomorrow at 6 a.m., which is
have fun.
Kicking the balls. And we're not allowed to bring in drinks from outside, so I'm not allowed to. Although I have seen parents sneak it in. And then that's
happy Thanksgiving.
What else am I doing? Oh, and I have a big keeper fantasy draft on Sunday night, which I'm
I have a fantasy draft on Sunday at noon. Yes, I have a fantasy draft.
Sunday at noon?
Yeah, it's we have different time zones. It's the girls' league. Love that.
Oh, right. Well, Mer, people can see where they can find your handle. You got to watch the video to do that. And thanks so much for jumping on, and we will have you back in a fortnight, if not before, to do a interview 2.0.
Sorry, my back is killing me. Okay. Talk soon.
All right.
Thank
Bye.
you.
All right, friends. Thanks so much for taking some time to chat or to listen to our chat. And please do subscribe on YouTube and on your favorite podcast app, Locked On Boston Bruins, your favorite team every single day. Have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving, fellow Canadians.